How's it going, everyone? It's Nathan from Nathan's MRE, and today we do have a very special ration. This is possibly, the most rare ration we've ever done. So what we have here, this is supposed to be a Russian or a USSR Red Army ration. This has a political cartoon on the front. This is a police officer dressed as a lady trying to steal food. And I'm going to put a write-up in the description from Wikipedia. Back in those days, from what I gather from reading this, the USSR is kind of anti-police, and there was a whole revolution. It's really a gray area because it's not like rations here. It's not like something happened here. There was media coverage, everything, you know what happened. There's no guesswork. Once you get to Red Army and USSR stuff that's this old, this is supposed to be dated from 1941 to 1942. There is nothing on Google, just small, tiny write-ups of people, what they think they know, whether they actually know it or not, that's to be determined. So the only way we're going to know if this is real is once we open it up. Now, it has the photo on the front is a rolled stamp picture. It's not printed. So that would be pretty correct for that. The paper looks pretty correct. Let's go ahead and translate some of this and see what it says. Okay, so Google Translate on this one says, and this writing on this side is talking about the cartoon, I guess is the writing for that. Says, to us was it for porridge with spoon, fork, and knife, but his, I don't know, that won't translate, are engaged in robbery, and I guess the other is sea marches. So basically the cops trying to steal food. Kind of odd, I know. I guess back then that was a normal cartoon. So we have soup, mash, powder. Preparation. It says something about gender briquettes. It doesn't translate perfect. 100R. To separate, pour cold water. I don't know what 0.8/N 4 cups mean. It means it makes 4 cups or what? This is place, bring to boil, cook 15 to 20 minutes. So basically, it's pea soup, it's dehydrated, or some variation of dehydration from back in those days. And then on the back, we have some writing also. On the back, it says, store in dry, cool, darkened place. Something about USSR. Moscow plant food concentrates, number 2. And there's a few words here in the middle that will not translate. So before we cut it open, we did the smell test. It smells old. It's definitely old. I just don't know if it's that old. There's no smell of the ink on the front. Anything that was done recently, you would definitely be able to smell that. It is a factory sealed paper. So let's try to open this up. And we'll look at the glue and everything and try to make an assessment of it. The glue is still stuck fairly well. Supposedly it's just stuck in a case. According to the paper on the inside, it's not looking legit, but we just won't know until we open it up. Well, let me see if I can extract that without ripping it all to shreds. definitely crumbly. Let's take a smell of this guy and see. Ew. It's definitely old. I mean, it has that library book kind of smell to it. The paper seems to be in remarkably good shape for what it is. Here it is. It's a large briquette, you might say, of essentially pea soup. Yeah. So if somebody's reproduced this, they've went a very long way and a very great effort to do this. And I don't think that's the case. We've had some of this stuff before from the World War II that's been in really good shape, whether it's packed in a case with other stuff or even frozen. It does have some age on it. It does have pretty good stank going on. So, I don't know. I think the only thing we're going to be able to do right now is basically make it and see how it is here. Let's see if we can lumberjack this thing in half real quick. We'll fix half of it and see. Ooh. That went over pretty good. Okay, so we just have a small bowl here. We're going to put a chunk in there. You can see us open it up, how it looks on the inside. It just smells old. Okay. Let me kind of crunch this up. I'll put some hot water in this and see if we can make it up and see how it turns out here. Okay, so here we are. This is basically, I cooked it for about 15 minutes. Had to add water to it several times because it was sucking up the water. And you can see here we have basically a goulash, or gruel, you might say, of what seems to be split pea soup. Now the smell of it, it smells a little old, but not like rancid or anything. Which, if this doesn't have any milk or anything, and it should be pretty decent. But it is a strange, almost like a parchment paper type stuff. I don't know, even with it open, if this is legit or not. It's really an odd, peculiar ration with no info. The seller claims it's real. So, you know, I don't know. That doesn't really mean anything. I think in the title of this, I might put a question mark after it. Or something along that sort. So, we're going to take a taste of it. And that'll give us a little better insight. But beans is basically freeze-dried or some variant of that. Not sealed, but then if it doesn't have milk or anything in it, maybe it doesn't have to be sealed. I really don't know. Let's take a taste and see. Wow. That is so salty. Now, if I still have it mixed too much, it's about 1.5 cups of liquid. Very odd. It does have almost like a buckwheat kind of taste to it. You can see here the split pea part. Very strange. But the salt content on this is just absolutely through the roof. Whoa. Man. That tastes like almost like a barley flavor. If you have high blood pressure, this will probably make you stroke out and fall over dead if you eat very much of it. It does have a, as far as seasonings, I would say maybe like an onion powder, like a dried onion powder kind of flavor, just slightly. It's really hard to pick out anything else in there because the the absolute pure amount of salt. Holy. But it does have that kind of edge of rancidity to it. It definitely has some age on it. Whether it's 1941, 42, really no way to tell. Depends on how it was stored. It looks like it was stored in a pretty good place. You know, I really can't tell other than that. The paper looks kind of period correct, other than being in a really nice shape. You can see the grain in there. Almost like a burlap looking paper. So I don't know, that's all for our Red Army ration. Overall, not bad. It definitely could be diluted, apparently, a lot more. However, back in the Cold War, I don't know if that's even the Cold War back then, World War II, if you're a Russian, you're starving to death, that block would probably feed almost your whole family. You're probably damn glad to have it. That's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you know any more information on this ration, please let me know. As always, I'll put links in the description to some Amazon stuff. There'll be the write-up here for the Red Army Wikipedia write-up on it. That's it. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.